Hi, my name is Kylie Blacksell. I'm from Human Happiness and welcome to your new moon in Gemini on the 14th of June yoga class. If this is your first time, then a very big welcome to you. This class is suitable for all ages and all health, fitness and flexibility levels, but I do give you some modifications as we work our way through for any health considerations that you may have. If you are concerned about your mental, physical or emotional health with respect to doing a yoga class, please do go and consult your health professional before you continue the class. So we're just activating first. We're just going to do a bit of a warm-up. We're just shaking down to the floor. The warm-up is generally similar every time I do it because we're focusing more on the astrology and numerology reading that I give at this time. So you don't have to think too hard about what you're warming up. So we're just shaking down to the floor here. Just releasing from the shoulders down to the floor. Nice little shake there. And then coming up towards the sky. And if you do have shoulder issues, blood pressure, heart condition, do keep the hands a little bit lower, probably around about the eye level. Otherwise, you're quite welcome to come up a bit higher. And then we're going to bring the feet a little bit further apart and just go around in a gentle circle. And again, if there's blood pressure, heart condition, vertigo, keep the head above the waist. So don't go quite so low as you go down towards the floor. So, astrologically speaking, what have we got going on around this new moon time, the new moon in Gemini? Quite a few opposing things going on. There's a real psychic energy going on, a real opportunity to actually go inwards. And of course, I'm getting this information from Pam Gregory, also from oh dear, I can't remember. Barbara Goldsmith is her name. Two astrologers that do YouTube clips about the astrology. So yeah, a real opportunity to go inwards and to become peaceful and to get really good information from your higher self. And let's go around in the other direction. But at the same time, we have some very strong a yang square between Mars and Uranus. Very eruptive, very impulsive, very sudden, very fire attack type nature. A lot of frustration and irritation. Tempers may flare and very quick to act assertively. Okay, so bring the hands in. So that might sound a little bit, whoa, what are we going to do about that? We also have Mars in early Aquarius, okay, and it's connected to the South Node. Which can create stubbornness, okay? So a real stubborn sort of thing going on. We don't have any, it's actually a 4 universal day on the day of the new moon as well, which can also create quite a bit of stubbornness and inflexibility, refusal to budge, basically. I think I actually also have that written down. Assertion and aggression around old ways of doing things and restlessness. So that's the challenging stuff that we have coming up. But we also have a grand water trine, which brings inspiration and creativity. So we're just reaching out here. It's a nice little stretch up the side of your body here. Just waking the body up. This is preparing the body for the yoga class and I'm particularly activating the spine in preparation for the yoga class. I do Drew yoga. And we'll be doing a sequence and an asana today. So just reaching that. And then just tapping opposite knee with your opposite hand. Just whatever feels comfortable for you. Obviously always within your limits. And as I said, I will give you some modifications if they're required at any point. And you can go for your heels if you can find them back there. Okay. So we also have, yeah, and also the new moon in Gemini is also going to be quite a psychic time. To be open to good information coming through and be in a very receptive mode. So, and Barbara Goldsmith speaks about really looking at your balance, because of course the Gemini is the twin, looking at your twos, bringing in that balance between your yin and your yang, between your dark and your light, all those sorts of things. Let's just do a nice little hip circles here while we finish off the reading. So, yeah, and it is a time, it is a real time. If you can focus your mind and you can not get caught up in in the dramas of all of this assertion and frustration and impulsiveness that's going on, which of course this yoga class will help you do, and release some emotions from the past, particularly around mother issues that you may have had from the past, and go around in the other direction. And think from your heart. And there's a lot of thinking going on, of course, because it's the Gemini. Okay, it's a new moon in Gemini, so new beginnings, but it is very much a thinking and processing sign. So let's just do some figure eights or infinity symbols around the hips here. So yes, there's a really amazing opportunity to tune in, to be very present, and to get some incredible information for the way forward for yourself, and for those that you love and those you care about. Let's go in the other direction. But we really do need to deal with this assertion and this aggression that's going on at the same time. So today we're going to do EBR2. So let's just bring the hands in. It is one of my favourite energy block releases. Drew Yoga teaches several energy block releases. There's 7 in the main repertoire of a yoga teacher, and I'm going to be showing you EBR2 today, the second one. You're just coming down, and again, just watching if you have blood pressure, heart condition, vertigo, or any issues with putting your head below your waist, just keep it a little bit higher. Otherwise, you're quite welcome to come down a little bit lower. And then again, up to the sky. If you're able to get your hands above your head, blood pressure, heart condition, shoulder issues, just keep it a bit lower. Yeah, so EBR2 really is one of the most amazing energy block releases, I find. It's the longest. It will take us the majority of our yoga part of the session before we go into the deep relaxation and the meditation and the pranayama, because it is quite a detailed one, but it is just scrumptious. I think that's the only way I can describe it. So yeah, and it does bring you very much into the present. It calms you down. When I first discovered it, I was dealing with an enormous amount of anxiety and depression in my life. I was dealing with a separation and a divorce situation. I was pretty much living in poverty, and I was in a pretty bad way. And I discovered this through my teacher training course that I did. And I did it quite religiously for about 6 months, and it managed to wean me off my antidepressants and my anxiety tablets. So it works. It really does. It brings you into the present moment. It stops you from being anxious about the future, and it stops you being depressed about the past. It really does take you to right here, right now. Calms you down, grounds you, brings you into stillness. So enjoy it, really enjoy it. So just, there's a little bit of a kidney squeeze. Can you feel your kidneys getting a little bit of a yummy squeeze there? It's particularly good if you're not so good at waking up in the morning, to just do a little bit of within your limits, of course. If you have any spinal issues here or any weak abdominal muscles, just be very gentle with this movement. Okay, and then just palms facing away from each other, and opening up the shoulders and breathing out, and then breathing in, opening up. Again, thyroid issues, any hernia issues, just be very gentle here with any back bends. So breathing in and out. Oh, really enjoy that. That beautiful stretching, just waking the body up. Breathing in. And then we'll be doing the cow face posture, which sounds rather unusual, but it brings forgiveness and courage and acceptance. And at this time, if you are dealing with a lot of aggression in your life, a lot of eruptive behaviour, a lot of irritation, frustration that will come up with the square that we have coming up, and the position of Mars in general, it is worth doing the cow face, even in modification, if you find the full version a little bit too much. Breathing in and out, and then we're going to be doing some beautiful pranayama. So just stepping the right foot forwards, and this is your right foot. I'll mirror you throughout the entire class. So this is going to be your right foot. This is your right side, So hands come up, and then just stepping back into the middle and the right foot to the back. So I'm just moving the right leg here. And of course you'll suss this out as we go along through the weeks, because the warm-up is generally the same most of the time. So you can concentrate on what I'm talking about. Okay. So yes, some beautiful pranayama that we're going to do that's really going to release any anger, frustration, anxiety, depression. Come back to the middle. Let's go for the left foot. Yeah, bring you to a place of emotional balance. So some really good ones there. And then of course a beautiful meditation for the last 10 minutes. That of course you can do as many times as you like. The beauty of this is that you can do this class every day if you like over the period of this new moon, so that you can really ground yourself. And back to the middle. Now if you have osteoporosis, hip issues, recent hip surgery, any balance issues, please keep your feet on the floor at all times. And for this particular movement, just put the foot out the front and do a little bit of a shake. Otherwise, you're quite welcome to grab a chair, grab a wall, or just put the hands out to the side, lift the leg up and do a bit of a shake. So yeah, this is just still activating, almost finished the activation. Little circles with your ankle in one direction and then the other way. And out the side. And the back. And a little bit of a swing. Of course, within your limits, if the hips are a little bit tight here, just be nice and gentle. And then just up and around. And back. And one more. Okay. And then the other side. So again, grab a wall if you need to. Shake, shake, shake. And circles with your ankle. And the other way. Out to the side. And the back. A little bit of a swing. Okay. And then up and around. And back. Okay, so have a little drink of water. And just get yourself in a nice space. And we're going to go straight into our lovely Energy Block Release 2, EBR2. So of course each time we do a class, I'll be formulating the best yoga for the job, for what we're up against, and what we're dealing with, and what we need to move and shift at this time, because of the astrology and the numerology. Haven't talked at length yet about the numerology, but that'll probably come up as we go. We're having an 8 universal month, so that assertion and aggression might even be stronger, because of that need for power and recognition, acknowledgement as well. So let's get ourselves into Tadasana, which is the mountain pose. It's a master pose. Just lift up one of your heels and just pivot around. Let the heel touch the big toe of the other foot. And then lift up again and pivot around on the ball of your foot. That's approximately hip width apart. And then straightening up the knees, nice big breath in, and then breathing out, release the knees. Feel a lovely softness in your knees. And see if you can keep that softness as we go through the class. If you are new to the class, however, you might forget, but don't be concerned about that. You move your awareness up to your hips, just pushing forwards, back, and then find a nice middle ground there. Like as if you're holding a bowl of water in your hips, and you want the bowl to stay nice and steady, nothing to spill out anywhere. And then move your awareness up to your shoulders, breathing into the front and out to the back. Lovely. Into the front and out to the back. In and out. This is the moment where my body usually goes, oh, we're going to do some yoga. Okay. Groovy. And it starts to really relax. And out. Your body will actually start to respond to the movement. So breathe in, squeeze the shoulder blades, lifting up. Just lift the tilt the chin just a little bit, and flick it out. Lovely. Breathe in, and flick it out. Lovely. Imagine there's a string attached to your sternum, lifting you up, all the way up. And then another string attached to your crown, lifting you up. You might feel like your spine is lengthening as you do this. Okay, and breathing in. When you breathe out, lift up your pelvic floor. It's a big muscle from the front to the back under here. Just feel like you're just squeezing it in like a kaleidoscope. It doesn't need to be particularly strong for this EBR. It's not a really strong EBR. Probably about 10-15% is perfectly fine. So just a nice little lift in there and a little bit of a squeeze. Lovely. Just lift up your toes and then just lay them back down nice and spread out there. Check that your knees are nice and soft. You're now in Tadasana. So we'll move straight into your EBR2. So bending the knees a little bit, place the hands in front of your pelvis, but the right hand is on top. Okay, so the palms are facing in towards your pelvis. And then lifting the hands up. Come just to this height if you have any concerns about blood pressure, heart condition, shoulder issues, etc. And then just coming back down, the knees bend. Now put the left in front of the right. So we're switching hands. I'll come up a little bit higher this time, for those of you who can do that. And then the knees bend as we come back down. The right on top of the left, breathe in, up you go, and breathing out. Left in front, breathe in. Feel your heart just opening up, palms face out as we go back down. And then right in front. And out. This is lifting your energy as well to a place of creativity. So imagine left in front here, breathing in, lifting that dormant energy down in the base chakra, the sacral chakra. You're lifting it up. I call it the transformer movement. Breathing in, up into your higher chakras, up into that place of creativity and vision. And then on your left. And out. Now just going into the Brahma Mudra. So your last 3 fingers fold over, thumb on the top of the folded fingers, and leave the pointer fingers sticking out. Exactly the same movement. So the right on top, up we come. And then palms face out. Notice that my arms are always a little bit bent. There's always a softness in the arms. And then left on top of right. And out. This is called the Breath of Arjuna. And it really is a spectacular. If you only have 5 minutes to do something, do a quick little warm up and then do the Breath of Arjuna. If you're finding that you're just not feeling particularly creative, that you're feeling quite stuck in your lower chakras, sexual energy and things like that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but if you want to be more creative, we need to transform that energy into creative energy, which is up in your upper chakras. So one more time on your left. And out. Keeping the knees a little bit bent, release your Brahma Mudra. Come up, just up to your forehead. Breathe in your praying hands position, then breathe out, come to your heart. Notice the knees bend, breathe in and out. So this is the modification height. If you do have any concerns about blood pressure, heart conditions, shoulder issues, or just having your hands above your head. Breathe in, bend the knees, and breathe out, coming back. And then hands up high if you know that it's okay for you. Breathing in and out. Just come to the crown of your head. Breathing in and out. This is the breath. The chair of the heart, sorry. It's fantastic in the middle of winter. I remember a beautiful lady at the post office one day said she's freezing, and I said just do this, and so she stood there and did this, and suddenly she felt very warm. Breathing in and out. It warms you up. So if you are Pitta, with respect to Ayurveda, just watch how much you do this in the summer. But it brings compassion, it brings that love, that compassion. So even if you can just do a few of them, breathing in and out. And in, I have compassion for myself. And out. I have compassion for my loved ones, for those who are dear to me, and all of their crazy things they do. I even have compassion for those people who bother me, that maybe are quite assertive and aggressive, frustrated, impulsive, and out. And last but not least, I have compassion for myself. And bring the hands down. Have a little bit of a shake there if it was a little bit much for the arms. And then breathing in, the hands come up to the heart. And then breathing out, the hands just reach out, palms faced out. Always keep a little bit of softness in the arms. So breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. This is the breath of the heart. Breath of Arjuna. Sorry, Anahata breath, sorry. Correction. Anahata breath. The breath of the heart. Breathing in, the knees come up a little bit. And breathing out. This again brings compassion, self-love. Think about somebody that you're having clashes with at the moment, that you're finding difficult to work with, particularly those assertive people that might be really picking up this strong yang energy that's happening with Mars in particular. Send them some love. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Breathe in again. Say their name. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Breathe in again. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. It's a lovely little saying to do. It actually is ancient Hawaiian healing technique, which is very, very powerful. It's called Ho'oponopono. That's the very, very basic version, but it will have an effect if you're doing the Anahata breath at the same time. Breathing out. Breathing in, nice and slow. Take your time here. And out. And one more time, breathing in. Say their name. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. Then come back and bring the legs a little bit further apart, toes pointing out a little bit, knees nice and soft. Bring the hands up in front, relax the shoulders, breathing in. When you breathe out, turn the right foot out to the right. Start to move your body around. Let this left hand touch the right shoulder. And then lift up your back heel, so your left heel. Big breath in, and then continue to turn yourself around towards the back. Now I'll show you what that looks like from behind, so you can see how that's supposed to look. So your palm is facing away from the body, and it's in line with your heart, so it's right in front of your heart, facing away from the body. The neck's not extended like this, the neck is just looking straight at your palm, and your arm's not out like this, so the arm's nice and steady there. So, whoop, going around, and then breathing in, coming back to the middle. Bring the feet back to the center position, then breathing out, left foot goes out, right hand comes onto the shoulder, lift up. So you're lifting your sternum up towards the sky, and then breathing out. And then breathing in, back into the middle. Breathing out, let's go the other way again. Touch, lift, breathe in. So lift the sternum up, and then out you go. This is the spinal twist. Breathing in. It's a very good preparation actually for our cow later, just to really activate that spine. Get yourself nice and ready for a nice strong asana. And coming back into the middle. Lovely. Okay. And bring the feet back into approximately hip width apart. And breathing in and out. So as you breathe in, open the chest up, palms come up and out. And again, watching for any hernia issues, hernia surgery, lower back issues, thyroid issues. Just do this nice and gently. Each time you breathe in, just allow the hands to come a little bit higher. And out. And in. And out. Come up until they're about shoulder height. Breathing in and out. And then get your right hand, have it palm faced up, left hand palm face down, looking at your right hand. Then breathing out, bending the right elbow, the right wrist. And imagine you're passing a ball straight through to your left hand. And then breathing in, pass the ball back. And out. You can imagine you're sending a beautiful crystal cleansing ball through your heart, clearing away any anxiety, any tension, any grief, and any mother issues. Let's do that mother issues stuff. And bring the hands a little bit lower. Let's go through around the tummy area, your solar plexus. This will be quite a dominant area for this month because we have an eight universal month. It is about power. It can be about aggression. It can be about leadership as well, and wanting to be independent. So if you've got teenagers there or someone who has a lot of 8 energy in their chart, you'll find that they really want to assert their independence this month. They want to be recognised. People want to be recognised and acknowledged. And there could be quite a bit, as I said, that assertion, impulsiveness and aggression and tempers flaring. So we're just going to cleanse that. And let's go down a little bit further. And out. And then one more time. Breathing in all the way down to your base chakra. And out. Lovely. All right. So now we're going into the standing cat. So your legs are going to be apart again, about shoulder width apart. Toes pointing out just a little bit. Knees nice and soft. And you're going to just walk your hands down and push the bottom out the back. Okay. So I'll show you from the side. So push the bottom out the back. Keep the knees behind your toes. So you don't want the knees out here like this. You want the knees nice and back. Engage your core a little bit here. Push the knees out the back. Sorry, the bottom out the back. It would be very difficult to push your knees out the back. And then just get yourself a nice steady position. Breathe in. When you breathe out, lift up the tummy muscles up towards the ceiling. And when you breathe out, push the tailbone down towards the floor, just very subtly. And then start to gently and subtly arch upwards as you breathe out. And then gently, at the very end, the head comes down towards the floor. Notice it's only a very gentle arch here, and I'm stretching it out beyond my crown. I'm not doing this, okay? I'm not overarching. And then breathing in, start with the tailbone, push it up, and a very subtle downwards arch. And you're looking just 1.5 meters ahead of your feet there. So you're not doing this. You're just looking a little bit ahead there. Breathing out, push the tailbone down. Stretching it out beyond your crown, slowly coming down. Breathing in, push the tailbone up. And eventually the head comes up. And breathing out, tailbone back down. This is a fantastic movement for releasing trauma. Breathing in. Drew Yoga has used it in trauma victims from war zones, etc. with incredible success. Breathing out. So releasing any trauma. Again, we could focus on mother issues. Anything from mother or maybe yourself being a mother. Any trauma you've associated with that. Maybe go to childbirth. And then coming back into the middle. You may need to, if you've not done this before, you'll need to stand back up and have a look at what I'm doing next. So that the feet are still shoulder width apart, and you're still down here like this. If you've done this before, of course, you're quite welcome to do this. If you have any glaucoma, detached retina, blood pressure issues, heart issues, what else? Yeah, I've probably said blood pressure and heart. You're not going to want to bring that head below the waist. So stick with this height and maybe just continue to do the cat. So with this next movement, you breathe in. When you breathe out, you turn your right fingers in towards your pelvis and you stretch from the right side of your body and gently allow the right shoulder to point towards the floor. And you're looking over your left shoulder up towards the sky. And then breathing in, back up to the middle. You can join in whenever you've got this sussed out. And breathing out, left fingers come towards the pelvis, pushing the hand down towards the floor. Lovely stretch, squeeze in the left side of your torso, looking up towards the sky. Now, of course, you may only get to here, and that's perfectly fine, okay? Don't push yourself. And you may need to keep your head above your waist, so just do a gentle stretch. Try to feel the stretch up the side of your torso more so than in your shoulder, okay? So you may just come to here, okay? Or the full version is looking straight up at the sky. Breathing into the middle, breathing out. Right hand comes down, stretch the side of your torso, focus on the side of your torso. Enjoy this movement. I do practice EBR2 quite often, at least once or twice a week. Breathe in and breathe out, because I know it will bring me back into the present, release any anxiety, any depression, definitely help me sleep. And back up to the middle. And again, if you've not done this EBR before, you'll need to stand up and have a look at this one. Again, keep the head above the waist if you have any of those health considerations I mentioned just before. So you come down, you'll just basically allow your head to flop down towards the floor, grabbing opposite elbows with opposite hands, breathing in. When you breathe out, you allow your right elbow to point right in the middle of your 2 feet. Now, you're not doing a shoulder stretch here. It's a stretching from the side of your torso. So it's quite a deep stretch from the side of your torso. And then back into the middle. And breathing out your left. So stretch the side of your torso first. And just allow the elbow to follow suit. Breathing in, back into the middle. And out. The right. Feel the stretch in the side of your torso. Back in the middle. And out to the left. And back in the middle. You're quite welcome to follow through if you've done this with me before. Otherwise, please do watch what I'm doing. If you can touch the floor, fantastic. If the floor's not going to work, you can grab a block. Or you can even place your hands on a chair for this particular movement, okay? So you can have your hands here on a chair. If you do go for the chair option for this movement, which of course you'll need to do if you have any blood pressure, heart condition, vertigo, glaucoma, detached retina, head cold, any of those things, you're not going to put your head below your waist. So the legs are apart, the hands are on the chair, and when you do the movement perpendicular to your torso. So the hand will go out like that. It won't go up to the sky like we're going to do for the other part, for the floor version. Okay, so I'll show you the floor version. So you have a nice straight torso. The feet are parallel. The toes are pointing towards the front. And then you breathe in, you squeeze your torso. Finish your in-breath with your elbow bent, looking up at the sky. Breathing out, reach up. Lovely. And breathing in, bend your elbow, pause. And breathing out, back down to the floor. Lovely. Breathing in, left hand comes up. Pause with your elbow bent, looking up at the sky. And breathing out, reach up. Open up those angel wings. Breathing in and out. Breathing in. Pause. Breathing out, reach up. Now you may only get to here, and that's perfectly fine. Whatever amount of squeezing your body feels comfortable with. And out, back down to the floor. Breathing in and out. In and out. Oh, okay. I'm just enjoying that too much, and I don't want to actually move. Okay, so now we're going to be moving into a stretch that looks like this. So the full version, you come down into a squat, and your leg comes out to the side. Okay, now obviously if you have knee issues, ankle issues, some reason why you can't come into a squat like this, you're quite welcome to do this on the floor on your knees, okay, or on a chair. So I'll just show you the chair version. Okay, so the bottom sits half on the chair, half off, and the leg comes out the side like that. Okay, it's actually quite a nice little stretch. And you can just lean a little bit forward, but keep the chest nice and upright. So I'll just do the full version on the floor here. My mat has decided to go for a little walk into the corner there. Okay, leg out to the side. The idea is to have the foot facing completely forwards here. And the chest sitting up. You feel a lovely little stretch in here. And then breathing in, point the toes towards your head. And breathing out, toes away. Breathing in and out. And then bring the feet back down. Now you can switch just by coming into the kneeling position or depending on how flexible you are here, and then go into the squat and go to the other side. That's perfectly fine. I'll show you a dynamic version next. So breathing in, toes up towards the head. Breathing out, checking that your chest is lifted up here. Breathing in, and then out, back down to the floor. So you can come back in and do the switch as I just showed you, or you can breathe in and hover not far from the floor and then just come across to the other side. In and out. In and back down. Okay, and then one more. In and out. In and out. Keeping that chest lifted. And out, lovely. All right. So now you get to sit down. Isn't that cool? Finally, after all that movement. So sit with your hands out the back, like as if you're just sitting on the beach, enjoying a nice sunny day on the beach, having a nice little relax here. Breathe in. When you breathe out, engage your core, so pull those tummy muscles in because you're about to lift a foot off the floor. Now, if you know that you won't be able to do that for back issues, weak tummy muscles, please do just let the foot just hover along the mat like this. Okay, so breathing in, lift the right leg up towards your chest, big breath in. Breathe out, flick it out. Don't flick it to your family members or friends. Flick it out to the trees outside. So breathing in and out. Flick in and out. The legs hold an enormous amount of negative energy, so we're just flicking that out now. And out. Okay, and let's go to the other leg. My puppy dog's right in front of me here, so I'm just dodging him and going to the trees outside instead. Breathing in and out. And in and out. In and out. One more. In and out. Okay, now walk the feet so that the ankles are right at the end of your mat there. And then grab your mat and roll it up, depending on what sort of mat you've got there, but roll it up. You can alternatively get a nice symmetrical pillow. We'll do the same trick, and of course you can do this on your chair. And if you do have, I apologise for that, my little puppy dog's decided to start barking. Snowy, hey, come here baby, come here, say hello to everybody. Come here sweetie. If you do have, here he is, here's young Snowy. Slip disc, sciatica, spinal issues, hip issues, knee issues, hamstring issues. If you're pregnant, you will need to do modifications for this anyway. So it's quite possible for all of those you'll need to sit on a chair, literally just sitting on the edge of a chair with your feet just on the floor is a version. Hey, you be nice to the puppies going past. Yes. Hey, we don't need you barking. No. So what you do is you just put half of your bottom on this rolled up mat and half of your bottom is still off the rolled up mat. So what that's doing is getting your pelvis from an upright position to a little bit, tilted a little bit forwards there. Okay. And if you're on the chair, just sit at the front of the chair and go definitely gently within your limits, particularly if you have those issues. For the tight hamstrings, you could put a little pillow or a rolled up mat underneath your knees just to give you a little bit more leeway here when you do a forward movement. Okay, so you're not moving quite so far forwards. He wants to be right at the centre of attention now. This is this 8 energy, wanting to be the centre, wanting the recognition. Okay, I'm doing all the hard work, Mum. Aren't ya? Yeah? Okay. All right. So sitting so your chest is nice and upright here. Your sternum is lifted up towards the sky. And you're feeling quite comfortable here. Your pelvis is tilted a little bit forwards. And then then opening up your arms up to the sky into praying hands position, and then bringing the hands back down, palms faced up on your thighs, and then breathing in, open the hands up again, circle of light, and then breathing back down. And one more time, breathing in and down. And then breathing in, hands come up towards your chest. Breathing out, just a tiny tilt forwards, and the hands come down. They hover on the sides of your legs. They don't touch your legs. And you slowly come back into an upright position as you breathe in, back up to your chest. So breathe out, tiny tilt forwards. Hands hover up the sides of your legs, and slowly curling back up as you breathe in, back up to your heart. Now, you're just going to go very gentle here if you have any of those health considerations. If you don't, and you're quite happy to come a little bit further, just continue to go a little bit deeper, a little bit lower each time we do the movement. Breathing out, reaching forwards. Allow the hands just to hover up the sides of the legs, slowly curling back up. Finish the in-breath at the heart. Breathing out. And breathing back in. You can do a beautiful affirmation for this particular movement. This is the sitting forward bend. As I let go, I find freedom in my life. Breath in. As I let go, I find freedom in my life. One more time. As I let go, I find freedom in my life. And this time, just allow your hands just to come down to wherever you feel comfortable reaching. Could be just your thighs, your knees, your shins, your ankles, or the tips of your feet. And just relaxing down there in that stretch. You want to feel a little bit of a stretch in your hamstrings, but you don't want to feel one that's starting to create pain. So nice and gentle, firm but gentle is what we're after here. Within your limits, but just push it just a little bit past what maybe you did last time. Keeping yourself nice and safe. And then very gently walk your hands back up. Lovely. Now we're going to go down into the bridge. Okay. So roll your mat back out. And coming down onto the floor. If you know you can't go down to the floor, maybe just continue the sitting forward bend. And the bridge as well. Sorry, there are a couple of modifications, but it's for the second part. So most people can do stage 1. So we'll do stage 1 first, and I'll have a little chat about the health considerations to look at. So have your feet parallel and toes pointing away from your body, and your feet are about hip width apart, so like they were in Tadasana there. Tuck your chin in just a little bit so you have a lovely long neck. Allow the spine just to be nice and flat against the floor there. Palms face down on your mat. Then breathe in, just lift up the tailbone off the floor. Breathe out, just roll it back down. Breathe in again, add a little bit more. See if you can feel a movement there. And when I first did this, I could feel nothing. I felt like my whole bottom part of my lumbar part of my spine, this part down here, was just a flat board. I could not feel any integrated movement between the vertebrae. Breathing in, come up into your thoracic area, and then slowly breathing out, rolling back down. So with practice, you do start to lubricate your vertebrae, your discs, your vertebrae in your spine, and you start to be able to feel movement again, which of course creates better health and well-being. Spinal health is crucial to your health and well-being. The only way to get really good spinal health is to actually move it like this. So breathing out as you go back down. Breathing in, and Drew Yoga is very big on spinal health. So coming up, so the final part of stage one is having yourself lifted off the floor here. Your bottom's lifted off the floor. Your shoulders are still well and truly on the floor. Okay, and you feel a nice little buzz in your thighs, which is what you're after there. Now, just checking here, if you have rheumatoidal arthritis, cervical disc issues, whiplash or hypothyroidism, you will not go to the second stage. So that's as far as you're going to go. So you can continue with that one. If you'd like to try a second stage, if it looks like something you'd like to do, you come up again and you allow your shoulders to go in underneath your chest there, and then you get your hands to come in underneath your hips, and just going up into stage two. Just enjoying that. Now, if you can't quite get the hands under there because the forearms are just too long in comparison to your torso, which is quite possible, you can just clasp your hands underneath your body there to get a little bit of height, and then gently coming down when you feel comfortable with that. It is a beautifully relaxing, intoxicating asana, that one. So take your time with that and maybe practice it at night time. If you do have trouble going to sleep, the bridge is one of the best ones to do. Highly recommend it. So rolling over onto your right side, and then coming onto your tummy, if that's comfortable for you. Obviously, if you're pregnant, you're not going to be doing this. If you have lower back issues, just be nice and gentle. Sorry, I'm trying to work out where to put my microphone here. Okay. So, coming onto your tummy, you can do this sitting on a chair, and just put your elbows on your knees. Okay, so have your elbows out to the side and your thumbs lined up with your eyes. Breathe in, breathe out, engage your core, push your pelvis into the floor. Imagine that little mini moon, that mini new moon in Gemini, sitting at the base of your spine. Breathe in, create a hollow at the base of the spine. Let the mini moon walk up the spine with the hollow. And imagine, when it gets halfway, imagine pushing a marble away with your nose. Coming up, pushing yourself up onto your elbows. So your elbows are directly below your shoulders. You're looking straight ahead. You feel a nice little squeeze in your lower to mid back. Breathing in. When you breathe out, just look across to the right. Breathing into the middle, out to the left. Breathing into the middle, out to the right. Into the middle, out to the left. Breathing in and then tucking the chin down as you breathe out. Let the feet go a couple of shoulder widths apart. Toes pointing out. Rest your forehead on the back of your hands. And just enjoy being in Makarasana. This is a master pose. Breathing in, feel your tummy expand on the floor. Breathing out, feel the whole body releasing, surrendering to the earth. Breathing in again, feel the tummy expanding on the floor. And breathing out, release. One more time, breathing in, feel that expansion. And breathing out, release. And very gently walk those feet back in towards each other. Pushing yourself up into the child pose. And if you can't get your head down towards the floor, use a couple of fists to rest your forehead. The idea is to also get your bottom resting on your heels, and if that doesn't work, get yourself a pillow between the two. And again, just relaxing here. Resting your head down. Breathing in, feel your spine expanding towards the sky. And breathing out. Release, feeling it sinking down, releasing. Breathing in, feel the spine expanding. And breathing out. Just take a moment. Imagine that you're wrapped up in a cocoon. Nice and safe, protected. Imagine a sphere of bright light around you, shielding you from all of this assertiveness and impulsiveness and anger outbursts that may occur around you or even in you over this next week or so. Feel yourself shielded and protected and nurtured and comforted by your little shell. One last deep breath in, feel the expansion of your spine, and breathing out. And then gently walk yourself back up into an upright position. Ah, yummy. That's the end of your EBR2. Now I will show you, oh goodness, there was a couple of stretches that I was supposed to do. I do apologise. And we definitely better do those stretches before we do the actual asana if we've got time. Okay. Let's do our pecs. Sorry, I do apologise. We'll do a couple of stretches first. And just bring your hands so that they're just a hand width away from your thighs. You need a little something. You can have a scarf or any length of something so you can hold between your hands here. And then breathing in, up we go. And breathing out, oh, pec stretch. Stretching out. And then breathing in, release. Breathe out, just relax. Breathe in again. And out. Nice stretch. And then just release that. Just a couple little stretches here. The cow face is definitely worth doing. That's why I'm pushing forward. Let's just stretch those triceps. So grab the tricep, just a nice little stretch across. Pulling it across to one side. Holding that space of that beautiful energy from EBR2. A little release. And grabbing the other side. Very soon we'll be doing our deep relaxation. Should be lovely, lovely after this asana as well. Stretch across. Okay, we need to do a couple of stretches on the floor. Again, you can do this sitting on a chair or at a wall. So the chair version, you literally just cross your legs and lean in. Okay, so Piriformis Stretch, if you know you can't get down onto the floor, literally sit on a chair, cross your legs and lean in, and you'll feel a stretch here. Okay, and that's pretty much what you're going to be doing if you can't sit on the floor for the actual posture. Okay, so laying on the floor, and you can just cross your legs here. This is the first version, and just put your hands underneath your thigh and underneath your hamstring there, and just lean forward and see if you can feel a stretch here. Okay. If you can't quite feel that, bring your ankle to your knee so that you're further out here. You've got a larger distance here. So if you've got your right ankle on your other knee, on your left knee, put your right hand through the triangle you've made with your legs. Again, you can grab your thigh, and if that's not strong enough, you can grab your shin and see if you can bring your shoulders back to the floor. You should feel quite a strong stretch in the leg that's closest to you, down here, in this little bit down here, which is your piriformis. Okay, and as I said, you can do this sitting on a chair exactly the same way, so across the legs in whatever form works for you, and lean forward. That will give you a very similar sort of a stretch. I just really enjoy this stretch. This is just a beautiful stretch to do on its own. This will actually release a lot of that stuff we're going to be doing in the posture itself. Okay, and then going to the other side, so switching legs, reaching through however it works for you to get the stretch. Feeling nice and peaceful after that EBR. And then just, if you're upright, if you're sitting on a chair, you can just come up against a wall and do this movement. Palms facing away from your body. Breathe in, and then when you breathe out, bring the hands down and place the palms on the back of your shoulders and stretch. Latissimus dorsi. Bit of a funny one to stretch, but sort of up the side of your back. Reach up again, breathe in and out. Feeling that stretch. Okay, lovely. Alright, so going into our cow posture. Alright, so you can do this sitting on the chair, as I described before. Let me have a look. Yeah, if there's neck, shoulder, knee, dislocated shoulder, you definitely need to do modifications here. Have your strap nearby, because you will most likely need that before you come down into this posture. So you come up into a kneeling position, or you're on your chair. You cross your legs, so you grab your right leg and literally put it over the top of your left leg. And then come back down and you sit your bottom so that your heel is right in the middle of your bottom. Okay, and this leg is nice and sitting in here like this. Sit yourself nice and upright. Now, because your right leg is on top, your right arm is going to go underneath. Okay, so you get your left arm and hold the strap up the top. Breathe in. When you breathe out, just allow the left arm to stretch downwards, and the right hand grabs the strap wherever it can, and you lift your chest up. Okay, now I'll show you that from behind so you can see what's going on. Alright, so you lift up, sit down, you sit your bottom on the middle of your heel. The middle of your heel is on the middle of your bottom, and because this leg is up, this arm is down. Now you may need the strap. It depends on how stretchy that particular area is. You breathe in, oopsie, breathe in, just checking that's still working, and out. You grab the strap wherever you can grab it. I can actually do this one without the strap. Lift the chest up and go into the full version of the cow. So just sitting in that posture for a moment, feeling that compassion, opening up that forgiveness for yourself, and of course in turn forgiveness for other people. Coming into that place of peace, contentment. One more big breath in, keeping the chest upright, and then releasing, very gently releasing, giving the arm a little bit of a shake there. So that was with the right leg on top. Now we're going to do the left leg on top. So you're in the kneeling position, and then your left leg comes out to the front, or of course you can do this on the chair. Just literally cross your left leg over the top there. Then come back down. So your bottom is sitting, your heel is right in the middle of your bottom there. Because this leg's on top, the same arm goes under. So it's sort of an opposite thing going on there. Breathe in, right hand comes up, breathe out. And this time I will need to use the strap because I can't quite get as far with this one. Get as far as you can feel that you can do comfortably. And then opening up the chest, looking straight ahead and breathing. It also allows you to come to a place of acceptance, generosity and compassion. Really important for this new moon in Gemini, for all the business that Mars is up to at the moment. And it is a 2 universal year, numerologically speaking, so it is a time to really connect with people, to collaborate with people, work with them rather than against them. And just releasing gently. Ah, lovely. Now we're ready for your deep relaxation. So laying on the floor on your back. If you know you can't lay on the floor, please do sit on a chair. And just make sure that your feet are touching the floor. Use a pillow if required to get that contact with the floor. Use a blankie if it's viable wherever you are. The thicker the blankie, the better. Those nice heavy yoga blankets are fantastic. You feel quite cocooned and nice and happy under there. Or a thinner blanket, or even a sheet or something, just to feel like you've got something over the top of you. So laying on your back, tuck your head in just a little bit so you have a lovely long neck. Tuck your chin, in just a little bit so you have a lovely long neck. And allow your feet just to flop out to the sides wherever they would like to go. Allow your spine to have its natural curvature and give yourself permission to deeply relax. If you've not deeply relaxed before, you're in for a real treat. It is really, really amazing. And it becomes even deeper each time you do it. So the more you practice it, the quicker your body responds and goes into that beautiful deepness. And let this deep relaxation allow your body to absorb that energy from the EBR and from our cow posture to really make it a part of your being for this couple of weeks. Okay, so closing your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or just gazing very softly if that works. So move your awareness down to your legs, breathing in, squeezing your feet and your toes. Nice big squeeze. And breathing out, release. Breathing in again, push the toes away from the body. Feel that stretch in your shins. And breathing out, release. Breathing in again, pushing the heels away from the body, the toes up towards the head. And breathing out, release. Move your awareness further up your legs, up to your knees. Gently pushing those knees down in towards the floor. Big breath in. And breathing out. Release. Move your awareness up to your buttocks. Breathing in, squeezing the buttocks. Feel like your hips are rising just a little bit up towards the sky. And breathing out, release. Move the awareness to the lower part of your back. Breathing in, gently pushing your lower back down in towards the floor. Feel that gentle pressure between your lower back and the floor. And breathing out, release. Keep the awareness in the lower back, breathing in again, gently pushing that lower back down in towards the floor. Feel that gentle pressure. And breathing out, release. Move the awareness around to the front of the torso. Breathing in, squeezing the abdominal muscles. Nice big squeeze down in towards the floor. And breathing out, release. Move the awareness further up the torso, up to the chest. Breathing in, pushing the chest up towards the sky. At the same time, push the shoulder blades in towards each other underneath the body. And breathing out, release. And then reversing that motion, breathing in, pushing the shoulders up towards the sky. Stretching the shoulder blades out. Big stretch, big breath in. And breathing out, release. Move the awareness across the shoulders and down the arms, all the way down to both of the hands and the fingertips. Breathing in, gently curling the fingers over to make a very soft fist with both hands. Breathing out, release. Breathing in again, make a much stronger fist with both hands and lifting both arms just a few centimetres off the floor. Breathing out, releasing those fists and splaying those fingers out as far from each other as possible. Turn the palms in towards the body, down towards the floor and even a little further around. Turn the palms back in towards the body and up towards the sky and even a little bit beyond. Breathing out, releasing the arms and the hands back down to the floor, palms faced up. Move the awareness back up the arms and up to the neck. Breathing in, squeezing the neck. Nice big squeeze. And breathing out, release. Move the awareness up to the chin and the jaw, the mouth and the tongue. Without making any sounds, imagine you're saying the letters A, E, I, O, U. Then pointing the tongue up to the sky, across to the right, across to the left, and around in a circle in one direction, then around in the other direction. Then placing your tongue back in your mouth. Engaging your jaw. Allow the jaw to go around in one direction and around in the other direction. And releasing the jaw, closing the mouth and making a frown and a smile at the same time. Pushing those eyebrows all the way down and lifting up the corners of the mouth as high as you can. Big breath in. And breathing out, release. Looking all over your face for all the muscles you can find. Breathing in, squeezing all the facial muscles. Your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyes, your cheeks, your nose, your mouth, chin and jaw. Big breath in. And breathing out, release. Open your mouth really wide and do a lovely big yawn. Move your awareness to just behind your ears, all over your scalp. Imagining you can squeeze this area. Big breath in, doing a nice big squeeze. And breathing out, release. And then make a request that you would like all the effects of fear to be cleansed and vacuumed from your body. Move your awareness to a beautiful celestial vacuum tube at the crown of your head. You request the speed you would like this tube to go at, slow, medium or fast. And you allow this vacuum tube to work its way into the crown of your head, cleansing and vacuuming away all the effects of fear from behind your eyes, your right ear, the back of your head, your left ear, vacuuming into your sinus area, down into your mouth, the left side of your jaw, the right side of your jaw. You can see all the darkness and blackness going up this vacuum tube and away to be recycled. Vacuuming down your throat, down your neck, into your right lung. Vacuuming down your right arm into your right hand and fingertips. Vacuuming back up your right arm into your right shoulder. Vacuuming across to your left shoulder, down your left arm, into your left hand and fingertips. Vacuuming back up your left arm, into your left lung. And then vacuuming into your heart. And then vacuuming into your stomach. And vacuuming into your pancreas, your spleen, your liver, your left kidney, your right kidney. Vacuuming into your bowels, your lower pelvic organs. Vacuuming into your left hip, your right hip. Vacuuming down your right leg, through your right knee, all the way down to your right foot and toes. Vacuuming back up your right leg into your right buttocks, across to your left buttocks. Vacuuming down your left leg, through your left knee, all the way down to your left foot and toes. And then requesting that all the space that's now being created by cleansing and vacuuming away all the effects of fear from your body be filled up with beautiful, bright, white, healing light. And so the switch on the vacuum tube is reversed. And as you breathe in, this beautiful light enters your left toes, your left foot and ankle, your left lower leg, knee, upper leg and buttocks. And as you breathe out, this beautiful light settles into all of your left leg. The tube moves down to your right foot. As you breathe in, this beautiful light enters your right toes, your right foot and ankle, your right lower leg, knee, upper leg and buttocks. And as you breathe out, this beautiful light settles into all of your right leg. The tube moves to the base of your pelvis. As you breathe in, this beautiful light enters your pelvic area, your middle torso, your upper torso, chest, heart and lungs. As you breathe out, this beautiful light settles into all of your torso. The tube moves across to your right hand. As you breathe in, this beautiful light enters your right fingertips, your right fingers, palm, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, and your right shoulder. And as you breathe out, this beautiful light settles into all of your right arm. The tube moves across to your left hand. As you breathe in, this beautiful light enters your left fingertips, your left fingers, palm, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, and your left shoulder. As you breathe out, this beautiful light settles into all of your left arm. The tube moves down to the base of your spine. And as you breathe in, this beautiful light enters the base of your spine and works its way up through every single disc and vertebrae in your lumbar spine, your thoracic spine, up into your cervical spine, your neck, your head, and the crown of your head. As you breathe out, this beautiful light settles into your head, your neck, and your spine. Your whole body is now glistening and gleaming and sparkling with this beautiful, bright, white, healing light. And you affirm to yourself, I am here now in the present moment. I am calm. I am grounded. I am centered. I am safe. All is well. I am here now in the present moment. I am calm. I am grounded. I am centered. I am safe. All is well. I am here now in the present moment. I am calm. I am grounded. I am centered. I am safe. All is well. And sit with that affirmation for a few moments. And then move your awareness to a space just above the crown of your head. A ball of beautiful golden light is hovering there just above the floor. You take a deep breath in and all of this beautiful golden light comes from the ball and works its way into the crown of your head. And as you breathe out, this beautiful golden light showers down your head, your neck, your spine, across your shoulders, down your arms, into your hands and fingertips, showering down your torso through your pelvis, showering down your legs through your knees, showering all the way down to the very tips of your toes. Every single cell in your body has been re-energized, revitalized and rejuvenated by this beautiful golden light. And you start to notice what parts of your body are touching the floor. Your heels, your calves, your buttocks, your shoulders, backs of your arms, the backs of your hands, and the back of your head. And you start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. You very gently bring your knees up to your chest, give them a lovely hug with your arms. And gently sway your knees from side to side, and around in a circle in one direction, and around in the other direction. And then gently rolling over to your right side, resting your head on your right arm, and using this important moment to consolidate what we've done so far in this class. We did the beautiful EBR2, Energy Block Release 2, which allows you to be here now in the present moment, to be calm, grounded, centered, joyful, allows you to come into your body, reach a place of stillness, release, relaxation and mindfulness, particularly in this in this trying time of eruptive and impulsive, sudden, frustrated behaviour and stubbornness. And we did the cow face, which brings forgiveness, courage, acceptance, responsibility for your own life, generosity and compassion. And of course we did the deep relaxation, which re-energizes, revitalizes and rejuvenates the entire body and the entire mind in preparation for the rest of your day and for your week to come. Imagine yourself sitting in the upright position before you move, and then keeping the eyes closed, gently pushing yourself up into a sitting position. Then rubbing those hands together, create a lovely warmth between the hands. And place those nice warm palms over your closed eyes. Allow the eyes to open in that nice, warm, safe place. Gently tapping your forehead, your temples, your chin and jaw. Back up to the top of your head, the back of your head, shoulders, chest, side of your body, thighs and knees and buttocks. Shake out the side. Reaching up, breathe in and out. Hope you had a lovely deep relaxation. We'll go straight into the pranayama now, the breathing techniques. We'll just start with the deep yogic breath. So you can place your hand, one hand or two hands over your abdomen, or maybe one on the abdomen and one over near your chest. So breathing in, imagine you're filling up your abdomen or your tummy with air. So expand your tummy, then expand your chest, then your upper chest. Pause, and breathing out, empty the tummy, the chest, and the upper chest. Pause. Breathing in, tummy, chest, upper chest. Pause, and breathing out, tummy, chest, upper chest. Pause. Breathing in, tummy, chest, upper chest. Pause, and breathing out, tummy, chest, upper chest. Pause. Now we're going to move into the cooling breath, which is fantastic for emotional balance and for calming and clearing your mind, relieves anxiety and confusion that can definitely be going on at the moment. If you do have respiratory disorders, asthma, bronchitis, chronic constipation, lower body ailments, or if it's really, really cold where you are and you feel the cold quite strongly, if you're in a polluted environment, or if you have very sensitive teeth, don't do the version I'm going to show you with the teeth. Just stick with your deep yogic, okay? For the rest of us, you can either curl your tongue over, so if you genetically can curl your tongue like that, or you can breathe through your teeth. But as I said, if you've got sensitive teeth, don't breathe through the teeth, okay? So it's the same thing, you're breathing into your tummy, so curl the tongue or close the teeth up and breathe in. Pause, feel the cool in the mouth. Close the mouth, out through the nose. Breathing in again. Pause, feel the cool in the mouth. Close the mouth, out through the nose. Breathe in again, I'll do the teeth this time. Pause, feel the cool in the mouth. Close the mouth, out through the nose. Breathe in again. Pause, feel the cool. Close the mouth, out through the nose. And one more time, breathing in. Pause, feel the cool. Close the mouth, out through the nose. There you go. Now we're going to walk into our meditation. It's the beautiful river meditation today. It'll take approximately 10 minutes, possibly a little bit shorter, because we're a little bit short on time right now. But we'll do the best we can here. So just sitting in an upright position. You can obviously sit in a chair, and just tilting the pelvis forwards a little bit, having the spine nice and upright. And we're going to use the gesture of compassion, which is just crunching all of the fingers together and having the points of the fingers touching each other, preferably around near the heart. If that gets a little bit difficult to hold for the period of time, of course, bring your hands down into the mudra of wisdom, or even just in the inner security, which is another lovely one that you could do at this time that would help with those strong Mars Yang energies going on, and the 8th universal month as well. So, gesture of compassion, if you can manage that. Closing the eyes. We'll just relax the body first. So breathing in, move the awareness to the toes, the feet, the ankles, the lower legs, knees, upper legs and buttocks. And breathing out, allow the whole lower body to sink down into the earth below. Breathing in again, move your awareness to your pelvis, your middle torso, upper torso, chest, heart and lungs. As you breathe out, allow the whole torso to sink down into the sitting position. Breathing in again, move your awareness to your fingertips, your fingers, palms, wrists, elbows, upper arms and shoulders. As you breathe out, allow your shoulders, arms and hands to sink down into the mudra. Breathing in again, move your awareness to your spine, your neck, your head and the crown of your head. And as you breathe out, allow your head, neck and spine to sink down into the sitting position. And take yourself to a lovely patch of grass in a big clearing at the edge of a forest. You're sitting at the edge of a stream. The sun is shining. You're feeling very safe, very content, very still. You're watching as the water gleams and glistens with the sunlight. The sun dances on the surface of the water as it trickles over the rocks, the pebbles in this stream. You decide you'd like to follow where the stream leads. So you very gently stand up and follow the stream, walking almost in slow motion down this gentle slope on the grass. The sun is shining. And eventually the stream opens up into a river. And you sit yourself down beside the river. Again, you're sitting on a nice little patch of grass, looking out onto the river. You're very aware that the water is moving fairly rapidly past you with the current. Again, the sun is dancing on the surface of the river. And you decide that you'd like the river to carry away all of your burdens, all of your worries, your anxieties, your frustrations, and maybe particularly any mother issues you may have. So you get out a piece of paper and you start to write down all of your worries, all of your burdens, all of your issues, all the things that are frustrating you, causing you pain, anxiety. And you're sitting there for quite some time. You've written quite a few pages. And then you place these pieces of paper on the surface of the river. And you watch as the river takes your burdens away, out of sight, out of mind. You take a deep breath in, you feel a lightness in your shoulders. As you breathe out, you feel a deep release, free from those burdens. Then you decide that you'll be carried effortlessly through your life, and you start to become buoyant. You gently float out onto the surface of the river. Start to move your way down the river, feeling how effortless it is, how easy and calm The sun is shining on your face. You feel very supported, very nurtured, and very clear. And eventually the river opens up into the ocean. And in turn, the water slows down, comes to a place of stillness. And in turn, you too come to a place of stillness and tranquility. And you sit with that beautiful stillness for a few moments. If your mind starts to wander, move your awareness to your fingertips, to the gentle pressure on your buttocks, just resting there in stillness. And breathing into your crown of your head, your neck, your shoulders, arms, hands and fingertips, your upper torso, middle torso, pelvic area. As you breathe out, allow your whole upper body to come back into this room, into this present state of awareness. Breathe in again, move your awareness to your buttocks, your upper legs, knees, lower legs, ankles, feet and toes. As you breathe out, allow your whole body to come back into this room, into this present state of awareness. Have a sense of where your body is in the room. And then gently opening your eyes, releasing your mudra. Have a little bit of a flick, a little bit of a shake, a little bit of a tap if you need to wake yourself up, particularly if you're going to be going somewhere, negotiating traffic. Always a good idea. Wake yourself up. I hope you enjoyed that meditation, and please do this class as many times as you like over the next week or so, around the time of the 14th of June, which is the new moon. Eastern Standard Time, it's going to be 5:43 a.m. on Thursday, the 14th of June. But of course, at least 4 days on either side of that, you'll feel the energy quite strongly. Snowy, come say bye-bye, yeah? And I hope you find a place where you can come to that calmness and stillness and download that really amazing energy. That we have the potential, definitely, with that grand water trine and the new moon in Gemini, to download that information, those words of inspiration for you to move forward. And I look forward to seeing you on our big full moon in a few weeks' time. So enjoy, and until then, namaste.